how have things changed for you? Was the series pretty much done? Did it affect the filming at all when everybody had to shut down?
Season one had been was finished, and season two, um, there was still a little bit of work to do.
Hmm. Okay, so is season two just stopped for now?
Yes, I believe season two is on hold for now.
I mean, it's interesting because in one way, this feels like it's completely different than what we're going through. It's about people who are crammed together, who can't social distance. But on the other hand, there's something oddly timely about it. I feel like. I mean, I remember there was the one scene where you're talking to your boyfriend about all the things that you miss. And as I was watching that, I was thinking, this situation has nothing to do with what we're living through, but somehow the idea of people being stuck somewhere and wanting to open the window, wanting to go out, and all the things they miss, it feels current.
For sure, I think yes, the issue of confinement, and also, the loss that's inherent in that confinement. Everyone on Snowpiercer has been separated from their communities, from the lives that they had lived before, from all the places that they loved on this earth that they can't visit anymore. So I think that we're all living a version of that right now.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, obviously you weren't comparing it to anything that you didn't know was going to happen when you were making it, but afterwards, did you find yourself thinking, "Wow, this is timely"?
I thought it was. Look, first of all, it's all told through a sci-fi lens, right. So it's all kind of, it's kind of a fantastical version of events, but I think that the sort of core themes were always relevant, because you have the train is capitalism and its effect on the environment, or it's, you have a closed system with limited resources, and it asks questions about who has the authority to distribute those resources, how are they shared, is it equitable, who's in power, and how is power used or abused. Those kinds of questions, I think, were the material was always examining those things. And I think those things were always relevant in our society.
Yeah.
And I liked my character. I shouldn't say I liked her, because she's debatable whether she's likable. But I was intrigued by her.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think the big great thing about her is that as a viewer, you feel so differently about her in episode 1 as you do in episode 4 or in episode 7 or in episode 10. I mean, our view of her keeps changing as we learn more and as her circumstances keep changing.
Yeah, I thought for me, she was a really challenging character in a good way in that regard, like and I found her surprising, and I think that she also surprised herself at times, and when you first meet her, that, she's not the person that we think she is when we first meet her. But then, like, at a certain point, I think in the course of the series, I think she realizes, well, I'm not the person I always thought I was. How did I get here? She made certain choices she thought for the right reasons, and then she wound up doing some very, very wrong things along the way. And I think that it distorted the person that she was, and also the loss that she experienced, I think, distorted her. And then, like, over the course of the season, she has this kind of this reckoning that comes to her with with Leighton as the catalyst.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she ends up in a really different place, and I thought that was kind of I was interested in that, the evolution.